Bismillah, assalamu alaikum boys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. Your week is going wonderful, inshallah. Today we're Sunday, and for me it is a weight day. It is every Sunday in the morning where I weight myself, and that is actually wonderful. Today we weight at 90.5. Also today marks the second week of my transformation. So this video here is to analyze what went right and what went wrong during those 2 weeks. So I will compare the first week to the second week, the meals, workouts, and that will make me obviously want to prepare my third week. So yeah, let's begin. So first, let's see what I did in the first week here. So the first week was from the 13th to the 19th of July. Here, workouts were exactly very diverse. It was walking, and yeah, walking again. Isn't that wonderful? And the cardio training at the gym, it was only 2 days during this week. So that was pretty much for the workouts. Then for the meals, it was generally from restaurants and very little food I cooked at home. It was generally breakfast that I ate eggs with an apple and a banana. I think that was the breakfast. That was pretty much the plan for that first week. And with that, I went from 93.95 to 91.75 kgs. So I approximately lost 2 kgs that week. Isn't that wonderful? Now let's get to the second week. It was from the 20th to the 26th of July. Workouts were split between 2 days. I was going every day to the gym, and I did 2 types of workouts. So one day it was a cardio training. The next day was a full body weight training. However, I did less walking during this week. So the cardio training and the full body training I put down on the YouTube channel. Those were the 2 previous vlogs. So the cardio training, it was the elliptical, the 30-minute run and walk, and also the stair stepper, the very famous stair stepper, the devil stair stepper. I hate that. And then the full body weight training, it was just 1 exercise per muscle group, and that's pretty much it. That was a workout. Then for the meals, the meal plan was pretty much the same. Every day I was pretty much eating the same stuff. Breakfast was like omelette or the banana and the protein bar. That was generally the breakfast. Lunch was the chicken and veggies and the sweet potatoes. I think pretty much every day was that. Then I took a snack, protein bar snack. And finally for dinner, the very famous fruit bowl, so yogurt, blackberries, raspberries, and sometimes I would put rice cakes and cherries, and the other days I would put an egg sandwich. With all that, how much weight did I lose? I went from 91.75 kg to 90.5, so almost 1 kg. I still lost weight. That's cool, that's very great. However, the gap, it's less than last week. Last week I lost 2 kgs. This week I lost 1 kg. So the gap is getting smaller. So yeah, let's actually analyze what actually happened on the second week compared to the first week. So the first thing, if you want to begin with the obvious, in the second week there has been less walking and more weight training. Now, was this actually good or a bad thing? Let's find out. So first, the one key to understand here is that walking burns more calories than weight training, especially in fat loss. So on the 14th of July, all I did was walk. Okay, as you can see, I totaled 5.67 kilometers of walking that day, and I completed 7,000 steps. I burned 794 calories, so like 800 calories burned just by walking. Now let's compare that to the 23rd of July. Here, as you can see, I didn't walk that day. All I did was a full body workout that lasted 1 hour and 15 minutes. So with that, only the full body weight training, how much did I burn? I burned approximately 600 calories. So 100 calories less than walking. That's what I mean. But walking makes you burn more calories than weight training. Walk more, burn more calories. Mystery solved. We know now why actually happened, why I actually lost less weight. Does this at the end, it means that I have to actually stop weightlifting on week 3? I don't think so. What weightlifting does is that it builds muscle. And this is actually great. I want to build muscle. I don't want to look skinny fat at the end of it, you know? If I actually just stick to walking and to cardio, I will at the end have no muscle at all and just be like skinny fat and look like your bully in second grade. I actually have to continue weightlifting. So yeah, in short, at the end of this this whole comparison that I just did right now, you can see that in the second week I did walk less, and that did not make me lose as many calories as I did in the first week. However, I did weight training, which let me build more muscle than the first week. You know, at the end, on the second week, I did lose weight. I lost 1 kg, which is great, and I build more muscle. This is actually great to do this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the workout. And then for the meals, yeah, I don't think there's something to change. We're keeping that meal plan for week 3. It's very great. Now for week 3, what is our workout? So yeah, what we're actually gonna do is pretty simple on that third week. It will be a 1 hour and 30 run every day. Well, technically it's running and walking. I can't run 1 hour 30 all the way. That doesn't really give. Anyways, like, and 3 days in that week, I will have to do minimum a 30-minute weight training, or like weightlifting training at the gym. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the workout plan for the next week. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to cover for today. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. There is something big that's gonna happen on day 30, so stay tuned. You know, it will be a very important checkpoint on my journey. The challenge on that day will be absolutely great. It will be awesome. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and assalamu alaikum.